Hi, our next train to run is CP949. Now this is a train that runs from Winnipeg to Brandon, has a maximum of 6 cars, and this particular train has no work to do. So it is basically just going to run through the layout and come back. Now one of the things that is a little different about this train is this particular locomotive here, 1341. It's an Athearn blue box locomotive, and it is probably my worst puller of all my locomotives. As you know, the CP layout is CP portion of the layout here on the staging is up above the CN, so there's a significant grade coming in and out of staging, and this locomotive cannot make the grade coming up by itself. So I'm going to do a little hack, a little cheat, and you'll see that in a second on how I can get that thing to come up the hill. So off we go down the hill and into Georgetown. So the train is approaching Georgetown now, and it's going to stop here. Now normally it wouldn't, but I'm going to stop here because I'm going to do my little cheat, or my little life hack, whatever you want to call it. So here's the life hack. I'm going to take these locomotive weights, or car weights, and stick them on top of the engine to give it enough weight so they can have enough traction. So these are iron weights. I got them from Trains and Such in Calgary, Alberta. Great store. You should definitely go there if you're in Calgary. Go to Trains and Such. And these adhesive weights are lovely and inexpensive. So now that he's got some weights on top, let's give the hill a run and see what happens. So normally it doesn't have a problem with this part. It's when it comes around here to here where there's a curve that it normally stalls out. As you can see here, it's managing to struggle up without a lot of wheel slip. So that's good. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I know I can, I know I can, I know I can. We made it. Needless to say, I look forward to the day when I can get rid of that locomotive. Not my best puller. It might be okay if I put it in a multiple unit consist, but by itself doesn't do the job. All right, on to the next train. The next train is VIA 1. So this is the first VIA train that I'm going to run in an operating session on my layout. So it's basically the foobie CN 4802 VIA locomotive with 3 cars. So here it goes. Wish I knew who I got this locomotive from. I forget. I can look it up. They did a nice job of weathering it and putting the LED headlight in the nose and everything. So I appreciate that. These are all Walther's cars. Gives a nice growl, doesn't it? I'm going to roll past laptop stand here and come into Georgetown. Slow down for the station stop there. So this is my little station. I'm not very happy with it, and I intend to replace it with a better station that's a little more like the Portage La Prairie station. This one is just a kit that I bought from someone somewhere years ago, and it's really not representative of Portage la Prairie or what I envision the Georgetown station to be at all. It should be bigger. So it's a start. Everything's a start. The station stop is over, and now they accelerate out of Georgetown and continue on west. Even the plastic stainless steel looks pretty good, doesn't it? So there we go. That's the first VIA train to run on my layout. On to the next train. If I can ever figure out how to press the button. Alright, the next train is CN404, Melville to Winnipeg. And you can see here that it has some work to do. It's going to set out a tank car at the Irving Oil spur in Georgetown and set out a couple of grain cars. No pickups. So, little work to do, little switching work. Let's go. This is a quote-unquote RS-18 3125 leading the charge. Not a very accurate representation, but not bad really. And it runs okay. It certainly pulls better than that CB1341 we saw earlier. So as I mentioned, it has work to do with the Manitoba Pool elevator, and since the pool elevator right here is the first that it comes to, we might as well stop here and do that. So first order of business is to drop the caboose off, and then we'll push these two grain cars in. So we'll come to a shuddering halt here and uncouple the caboose. I long for the days when I have better locomotives, but you know, money is what it is. I'm making do with what I have. Alright, so we've uncoupled the caboose. We're ready to pull forward, and we'll clear the switch here, and as the brakeman rides the rear, he'll hop off, throw the switch, and then ride the train back. We've thrown the switch and secured it, so now we can go back. Push it into the elevator siding and spot it at the elevator. So we're going to spot the Alberta car at the elevator. Good. Come by and uncouple. And after the brakeman uncouples it, he will tie these down with the handbrakes, and so they don't roll downhill. Usually an elevator siding has got a slope to it, so that once they finish loading it, they can roll the next car into place. So naturally setting handbrakes is very important. Okay, so let's assume that they're tied down and we can leave now. on to Irving Oil. Here we are passing the Irving Oil siding. Fortunately, the car we need to spot is the last one, so that'll make it pretty simple to spot. Just pull past the switch, and the brakeman will get off, line the switch, secure it, get back on the end of the car, and radio the engineer that it's okay to back up. Back up, I said. Spotted by the hippopotamus because why not? So uncouple and then apply the brakes, handbrakes, and once it's secured, we're ready to roll. Again, the brakeman will jump off the rear, I'll step off the rear, reline the switch for the main line, lock it this time, and then once it's locked, get back on the car and run it back to the elevator switch where he'll have to line that one again since it's still lined against the for the siding. Have to line that for the main line and lock it, and then couple onto the caboose. Alright, they've coupled back up. Everyone's back on board. All the switches are lined for the main. It's time to continue on to Winnipeg. And back into staging. So that was CP949, VIA1, and CN404. Now we have 3 trains left to do, CP948, 975, and 215. So 948 is going to be a busy train, a lot of switching to do in Georgetown. 975 is the train that goes back to Manitoba, so there won't be a whole lot of switching there. And 215 is a through train, so it's just going to whip right through without any switching at all. So expect to see some good CP action in the third and last video of this operating session. Thanks for watching.